Hello, welcome back to my channel. I was not going to put a video out tonight, but I came across something on Instagram and I got to say something about it. So I hope you stay until the end. To anyone listening to this video right now, whenever you decide, it can be tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, I don't know. But if you woke up and you said, I'm tired of going down the path that leads to nowhere, you've hit a wall, you've seen dead ends, you are tired of maybe waking up in some random hotel, feeling empty and lost with a random person all the time. Whatever your situation, if you decided that tomorrow is going to be the day I'm accepting Christ in my life, I don't care what you did. Let me be the first to tell you, I am incredibly proud of you. I am very proud of you. Now, what triggered this video, you're asking? Well, I was scrolling on Instagram and I stopped on this post by a young woman. She was posing in a reel, one of those videos, and there were words over her video that read, "I don't trust people that turn hyper-religious out of nowhere." She says, "You definitely did something terrible and the guilt is eating you alive." She then goes on to say, "It's always a town hoe," and forgive me, but I'm going to say it exactly how I read it. She said, "It's always a town hoe who becomes super religious out of nowhere." She said, "No, your wholeness does not get deleted, and that the person, whoever she's talking about, is turning God's name into a joke." Now, there's a lot more, but I stopped there. And I know you guys heard this before. The devil knows your name, but calls you by your sin. God knows your sin, but calls you by your name. The devil focuses on past failures and weaknesses. Sounds familiar? Sounds like what the young lady was doing in that post. The devil focuses on past failures and weaknesses, attempting to define people by their sins and keep them trapped in shame and guilt. But God sees the sins, chooses to acknowledge the individual's true identity and potential, calling them by their name and offering them love and forgiveness. Her post shocked me so bad. I do want to say this. I am extremely proud of the people that were commenting on her post. Just about every comment I read was correcting the woman. They weren't bashing her. They were actually correcting her. They were not applauding what she said. And I think that's probably what she was looking for. People to just, girl, you so right. Nobody did that. I don't know this woman. So like I said, this is not a video of me bashing her, but I will say this. I am not sure what God she serves, because if I'm not mistaken, Jesus sat with the very people the world looked down on. He ate with tax collectors who were despised by their own people. He welcomed prostitutes, the marginalized, and the outcasts. Instead of this young woman using her large platform to applaud the person who went from the streets to the Lord, she used it to tear that person down. And we are not called to do that. That's why so many people are literally taking themselves out of here. Jesus didn't come for those who are already perfect. He came for the broken, the lost, the sick, the ones who recognize their need for him. And that includes all of us. We all have done things we wish we can go back and change. I don't care how big or small it is. And a lot of people on their walk, when they speak about their testimony, their story, a lot of them say, they almost died. The Lord saved them from something. Think about a woman, that has to turn to the streets to take care of her family. Believe you me, she would rather be home, safe, eating a hot meal, not worried about if tonight is going to be her last night out. They are desperate for a way out. And when they find that way out in Christ, it is a glorious, courageous step. So shame on you for that post. I don't know if she'll see this video, but shame on you, or anyone that thinks that way. Shame on anyone who tears a person down seeking to change their life, especially when they're seeking the Lord. I want to add that she stated in the post that people who turn to the light, to Christ, they always turn back because they're faking. If you listen to people talk long enough, they're actually telling you exactly who they are or how they'll show up. You just got to listen. Because once you die to sin and you're reborn, once you have that authentic encounter with God, you are truly never the same again. Ask anyone. You know, this isn't about a temporary fix for guilt. Guilt might be the catalyst for some situations, but it's not the end game. This is about a spiritual rebirth, a new creation. When you genuinely invite the Lord into your life, he doesn't just wallpaper over your problems. He transforms you from the inside out. Your past isn't deleted, no, but its power over you is broken. Your identity is no longer defined by your past sins, but by your new identity in Christ. So to the person who just woke up and decided, to give their life to Christ, no matter what your past looks like, your story is powerful. Your transformation is not a joke. It is a testament to the unending grace and mercy of God. Sorry if I sound emotional in this. Don't let anyone's judgment dim the light that is starting to shine within you. Their opinion doesn't define your salvation. God's love does. Welcome home. Welcome to the light. Your past is precisely what makes your future testimony so powerful. Keep walking towards that light, because with Christ, you are truly never the same again. I am not going to post the girl's social media, but the video has been reposted and people are looking, so you might come across it. And if you do, send her love and healing prayers. That's it. I love you guys. I hope do something fun this weekend. No drinking and driving, and take care of yourself.